to be showing you how to make a kale, apple, and almond salad. You only need a couple ingredients, and this is really fast and easy to make. So whether you're serving a couple people or a big crowd, this is your go-to salad. You're gonna be needing about 2 cups of fresh chopped kale. You can get the fresh bunch, or you can buy the one that's already bagged and pre-washed. You're gonna be needing about 2 tablespoons of sliced almonds. You can use whole if that's what you have at home as well. We're gonna be using about 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley. It needs to be fresh because it's gonna give it a really good flavor, so don't buy the dry one. And then we're gonna be needing half apple. This can be any kind, green, red, yellow, whichever you prefer. I'm gonna be using pink yellow for today. We also need some Dijon mustard. We need olive oil, honey, and at least half a lemon. So there isn't really any precise order that this needs to be made in, but I'm gonna show you the order that I like doing it. So my kale is already chopped and rinsed and in a bowl, and I'm gonna place it aside. I'm gonna start off doing my dressing. I'm using just a regular 8-ounce glass. You can use a bowl or really any other container that you like. We're gonna start off measuring out the olive oil. Because this is a smaller salad, I'm only gonna add 3 spoonfuls of olive oil. If you were to be making a salad, a bigger salad for say like a party, then you would need a little bit more. And then this is also by preference. So if you don't like your salad with a lot of dressing, then you would cut back on the amount that you put. If you like a little bit more on the moisture side, then you can add the full amount. Once our olive oil is there, we are going to use about half a tablespoon of honey. And again, if you don't like your dressing very sweet, then you can cut back on the amount of honey that you add. If you like it a little bit on the sweeter side, then you can definitely do a whole tablespoon as well. 1 tablespoon of Dijon. This is going to cut back the sweetness. So if for whatever reason you added too much honey to your dressing, the Dijon is gonna cut it because it's more acidic and it's gonna cut the sweetness. So I'm gonna give this a mix, and you wanna make sure that because you are adding mustard, that it dissolves very well. That way you don't have chunks of mustard in your salad. Oil can be a little tricky just because it's hard to dissolve something in it. So just make sure that you move it around with your spoon. You could also make this in a blender, preferably a smaller one like a NutriBullet or a NinjaBullet, because if you add this to a big blender, you are gonna have a really hard time because it's gonna sit at the bottom. Now that we added all of the ingredients, we're just gonna add the lemon, and this is gonna keep it fresh. It's gonna allow your dressing to last, and it's gonna allow your vegetables and any fruit that you put in your salad to stay fresh and to avoid getting that brownish look that you get if you chop up an apple and you let it out in the counter. So now that my dressing is mixed, I'm gonna go ahead and add just half of it to it, and I'm gonna set it aside, and I'm gonna add the rest once the rest of the ingredients are in. So now I'm gonna use my hands to mix it. I am a fan of using my hands when it comes to cooking because that's how I was taught, and I just feel like you give the food better flavor. So now that all the dressing is mixed in with my salad, I'm gonna go ahead and add the remainder of the dressings. I normally leave the nuts or any dry ingredient at the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix the apples and the parsley. Parsley and the Dijon give it just a really good combination, but it has to be fresh. So make sure you don't use the one that is dry because it's not gonna taste the same. And if you are making this for a party, I'm gonna suggest that you don't add any of the ingredients until it's close to eating time. If you make this in the morning because you wanna save time and it's 6 p.m. and all your guests are here, the salad is gonna be really soggy. So make sure that you keep an eye on that and you don't serve the dressing until it's close to eating time. So here we go. I think for my preference, it has enough dressing right now. I have a little bit of leftover. You can go ahead and toss that or put it in your salad, or you can also go ahead and make a bigger batch of this and save it in your fridge. mason jars are great for storing honeys, marmalades, any type of dressing. And you can probably store this in your fridge for a couple weeks, if not months, and it would still stay fresh. So here you go, guys, a very easy and simple kale apple almond salad that you can add to any of your meals, and it's going to taste good. I hope you guys give this a try.